Part 1. The Invisible Trap. Let's say what no one wants to admit. You're not just tired, you're emotionally exhausted. A glance, a word, a silence can ruin your whole day. Someone ignores you, and it bothers you more than it should. Why? Because you've built a cage, one made of emotional triggers and social expectations. And now you're stuck in it. You meditate, you breathe, you try not to take things personally, but still you react. Because the problem isn't them. The problem is what reacts inside you. But what if there's a way out? Nietzsche knew this trap. He was rejected, betrayed, dismissed, and yet he transformed his pain into a philosophy of power. He didn't just teach resilience, he lived it. He discovered a brutal truth. Freedom begins when you no longer need to react. Not out of coldness, but out of mastery. Imagine it. No insult touches you. No absence unsettles you. You observe. You understand. You transcend. That's not indifference, that's strength. That's not shutting down, it's evolution. Part 2. Mastering the mind title. Suggestion: emotional control is the first battlefield. Every time you lose your temper, someone else owns you. That's what Nietzsche meant when he said, "He who cannot master himself will be mastered by others." And deep down you know it. You hate how easily you get shaken. You want to be free from the roller coaster of reactions. But here's the truth. You can't fix this by ignoring your pain. You must face it. Ask, what part of me is still wounded? What ego is still defending itself? Because every irritation is a mirror, a reflection of something inside you that isn't healed yet. Nietzsche didn't say be passive, he said become strong. Not by forcing calmness, but by becoming someone who no longer needs anger. That's not self-control, that's transformation. When you stop reacting, not because you're suppressing it, but because there's nothing left to react, that's true power. That's what Nietzsche called becoming the Übermensch, a person who no longer demands validation, justice, or revenge, because they've built something unshakable inside. Part 3. Your last reaction title. Suggestion: you no longer react, you choose. Now the real challenge begins. You've understood the theory, but transformation requires death, the symbolic death of the fragile self, the one that still needs respect, still wants to be seen, still burns from silence. Let it go. This is not about becoming numb, it's about becoming free. Amor fati, love your fate. Accept reality without resistance. Stop asking life to treat you gently. Instead, rise above. That person who annoys you, they're not the enemy. They're the test, the symptom, the mirror. Look at them, not with judgment, but with insight. They show you what part of you still reacts. Once you see that, you gain something unshakable. You stop being controlled. You stop living as a leaf in the wind. You become untouchable, not because there's no storm, but because there's no one left to be moved by it. So now I challenge you. 1 week, don't react. Observe everything. Respond only if it's necessary. Ask yourself, do I really need to respond to this? If not, be still. That silence, that's real control. That's your power. Because in the end, Nietzsche didn't want you to become less human. He wanted you to master being human. And that starts when you say, I no longer react, I choose.